Hello everyone, this is speaker Sung Jung. Our team name is Sports Nutrient, and we are going to introduce you the second Sports Nutrients team project about dehydration and rehydration. This slide shows our table of contents briefly, and we will explain you about them step by step. First of all, cells need water to synthesize energy. Secondly, heart needs water to pump blood. Next, dehydration can also make it harder for you to regulate your body temperature. Lastly, dehydration can increase rates of glycogen breakdown in muscles. When the water supply is insufficient, performance lowers as dehydration increases. When the water supply is sufficient, performance can be maintained with adequate hydration. According to the graph, alertness and ability to concentrate are decreased by fluid restriction, and tiredness and headache are increased by fluid restriction. A small loss of moisture such as 1% to 2% also damages cognitive abilities through selection and response speed test. Water loss of more than 2% due to dehydration and exhaustion reduces physical ability, visual exercise ability, mental exercise ability, and cognitive performance. This slide shows the main avenues of water loss. The total daily water loss, about 2,500 milliliter, is composed by urine, about 1,400 milliliter, feces about 200 milliliter, lungs about 400 milliliter, skin about 500 milliliter. Sweat testing is usually used by athletes to answer these two key questions. These questions enable to personalize hydration strategy and help maximize performance, especially in hot, humid conditions. The whole body washdown technique is considered the gold standard in exercise sweat collection and analysis. It needs 4 steps. Wash with 4 liters of deionized water. Enter the plastic isolation chamber. Take a test for the experiment. Collect every drop of sweat and analyze in a lab. Exercise testing using adhesive absorbent patches stuck to various sites on the body is probably the most common type of sweat testing used with athletes. Small patches are stuck to the skin and left on during exercise, with sweat soaking into the material as the athlete perspires. WUT is a memory device designed to simplify athletes' self-monitoring of day-to-day hydration status. American football has a 4-quarter system of 15 minutes per quarter, and the ball is 27 to 28 inches in circumference and known as the football. In McGregor's study, 2.5% dehydration slowed sprint time at the end of LIST in comparison to 1.4% dehydration. This study also showed that football-specific skill performance decreased by 5% from pre to post LIST with 2.5% dehydration but was maintained with 1.4% dehydration. The factors that influence to hydration are environmental condition, exercise intensity, clothing, and hydration knowledge and education. In American football, athletes are susceptible to dehydration, especially when environmental conditions are extreme. Dehydration causes cardiovascular strain, which has been shown to reduce exercise performance. General guidelines are insufficient to meet the needs of every athlete. Checkpoint of football's hydration strategy is focused on practice and game. Before the match, education about importance of hydration for football players and checking urine color chart are important. During the match, the players should drink beverages containing carbohydrates and electrolytes to prevent dehydration. After the match, drinking about 1.5 liter of fluid for each 1 kilogram of body mass deficit is needed. Now we will talk about ice hockey. Ice hockey's static recovery time is 1 to 4 minutes, and heavy padded equipment is needed, so it occurs high sweat rates. Ice hockey players lose as much as 1.5 liter of fluids during the game, and it lowers ability to dissipate heat through their protective equipment and decreases in cognitive performance. Checkpoint of ice hockey's hydration strategy is focused on consuming 600 to 700 milliliter drinks, contain 6% carbohydrates for 1.5 times for replenishment, and drink chocolate milk to rehydrate. Before the match, 1 ounce of sports drink or water per 10 pounds of body weight is needed. During the match, 180 to 360 milliliter of water or sports drink which contains 6 to 8% carbohydrate is recommended every 15 minutes. After the match, drinking at least 480 to 600 milliliter of fluid with post-workout meal is important. For the team feedback, there was difficulty of presenting the average amount of water intake of each athlete. And there was lack of American football players' hydration data because they have little knowledge of dehydration and replenishment. This is our WATER strategy, which means water. W means drink well, A means drink adequately, T means drink timely, E means education about hydration, R means remind everything that we've mentioned. These are our references. Thanks a lot, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.